So finally it is here, the grandest event in world football. It is time to dream again. A statement win would do very nicely for either side, and perhaps more for the loyal following that are present today, this being undoubtedly for some the journey of a lifetime.
Everybody,
everything perfectly set
match
for what we hope will be a memorable opening day fixture.
And there they are. Please welcome our players.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. That was special. Now stand by for this. So 4 years in the waiting, and finally it is here.
Yeah, we can't wait to get going on this, Peter. These teams have given their all to be here, and let's hope that the biggest stage doesn't scare them.
Number 22, Dolphins.
So we're up and running. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. Now it's Marlon. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And here's Marlon. Somerville! Goal, the Netherlands! That was easy, almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came up beautifully.
Number 24.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And the return pass. He's in plenty of space here. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, what has happened here? And it's De Jong. Looking for the run. That is great defending, so alert. Kamada. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked it up out wide. Kamada. Now it's Dor. Oh, he's having a go! And got to be quick to recover this. Gravenberg. Now Somerville. Kamada. Hoisted in. Van Dijk clears it away. Quarter of an hour played. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And now they can spring out of defence. Doan. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's through here. Oh, he's all alone. Played with speed from back to front. Now it's Doan.
Japan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Ito. Now it's Marlon. Somerville in acres of space out wide. Not a hint of offside here. Somerville made a good run there.
I think there were a few doubts for a split second, Peter, as to whether he was offside. I think he really got away with one there.
And he's found a way past. Now it's Gakpo. Japan do have a chance to counter here. Reinders. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance! It's bounced back off the post. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, that's well spotted. Gravenberg. Oh, there's a probing ball. That has not gone well. No way through. And here's Gakpo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Just eases him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's really well manoeuvred. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Looking for a runner. And he's gone looking for safety. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement.
There
Came
will
up
be
against
1
a
minute at a
defender, though,
time.
who was ever so determined. And they're quick to get it back. And that is the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the 1 goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Japan finding themselves
That's the
behind
first
by
45,
just 1
and we're
goal
well on
at the
top.
break.
Let's look forward to more
Yeah,
to
you don't
come
get
in
any
the second
points for
half.
stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully...
And please welcome our lads to the field.
So we're on the way for the second half.
Japan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Duan.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Gakpo herring after the ball here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That's Somerville. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Ito. Now it's Kamada. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that has put paid to that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And that was asking for too much. Pass somewhat off target. He's shifting through the gears here. There's the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward. Well, chasing the game, trailing by 1. Kamada. So we've reached the hour mark. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution for Netherlands.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them.
Substitutions taking place.
Japan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Japan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
It's a promising position. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Delivered. Tries a shot! And a neat finish! And That is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Doan. That had too much on it. So we have further activity on the bench here.
Substitution.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Gravenberg. Japan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Somerville. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Some good work on the right flank here. Can he latch on to this? This looks promising.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now, can they get him away? De Jong, played out to the left flank. And it's Gravenberg. Taken back almost at once. And here's the chance to counter. And the shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number 18.
The Netherlands can make their change now
Number
with a break in
24.
play. There's going to be a major shake-up in the attack
Number
here.
10.
It's a bold move.
Memphis.
The manager's made his
Number
intentions
7.
pretty clear. He's
Justin
going for this.
Kluivert.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Now it's Gravenberg, and the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Gravenberg clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Ito.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Fighting looking ball, that. Now it's Kluivert. Great vision. And he was alert to it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
We are into stoppage time.
That's going in strongly.
He's having a hit! That is decidedly lacking. De Jong. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Reinders. And that is that. Japan starting here with a draw, a glass half empty or half full. You be the judge. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I don't think they'll be too upset about that. 1 point is okay, and steering clear of an opening loss keeps the mood in the dressing room upbeat and confident that better results await.
So there it is, everyone. It's finished four square.
Well, we're becoming used to scenes just like this in this endless festival of football, pitting just about everybody against everybody. Interest levels very, very high. In fact, it's only increasing as games carry more and more significance. No question, everyone here is in the mood. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. Who do you reckon is pivotal?
I quite like the look of this boy, Ito, because he's solid, versatile, he's capable of playing in multiple positions in defence, and he's got a lovely passing range with a cracking left foot, so he's well suited to possession football, and his confidence and technique on the ball make him ideal for this sort of game.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And that gets things running. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. And now the breakaway. He's picked his way through. Has a look up and delivered. Oh, good play! Denied by an instinctive save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
And now they can spring out of defence. Ito does really well to win the ball there. He's in a great position here. Pinches it off him. Good ball, good take. Foot in. Japan do have a chance to counter here. Done delicately. Ball is over the line. Oh, good-looking ball. Ito wins the duel this time. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early...
Shot, surely! He's delivered all right! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
For Tunisia, after 14 minutes is number 25.
Tunisia make the perfect start. They are already ahead. And he was quick to react. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Threads one in. And a chance! And a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
After 22
One
minutes,
sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now this could chance for a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
And a header! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Now it's Doan. Big chance!
Tunisia really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up there. Decent chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, that's a key interception. Douane going like a man possessed at the moment. Douane swings it across.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Played with speed from back to front. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. That's destined for the flank. Delivered low. That's a lovely, neat pass. And they can counter here. Well, played right into his path. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Tunisia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, lovely bit of skill. And the shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Kamada really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
Douane.
There will be 1 minute
That's a
added
decent
time.
ball. And he shoots! Goal! Japan! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
So a temporary halt to the action. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are
First
looking
half is up
pretty
and things
rosy.
are looking good. Let's
So
hope
we
for
reach the
another good
halfway
show in
point.
the second
Oh,
half.
what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Japan are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
And we get things going again. Douane. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And smartly reclaimed. Ambitious ball here. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. No, that was never going to make it. Now he's off and running. No, he's not getting past him there. very nicely done. Drills one in.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, the clearance is short. What a throw in. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Kamada running with the ball. Now there's a fine... Tries a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Japan go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Japan can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative,
15,
conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
On the field is number 23, Ito.
Japan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And he's there to get it away. Played out wide. Short changes him with that pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Somewhat off target. And he cuts out the supply. Deftly away. And it's Kamada. Here's Ito. Oh, that's neat. There's the delivery. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, that is a nice touch. That's been slipped through. Can he finish? Kamada, who's set up 1 goal so far. Thinks one through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Tries to pass it through. He'll try for distance! And that really should have been that.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Substitution for Japan, number 6.
Japan have their second corner now.
Canada. Coming on the field, number 17, Minamino.
That has been knocked clear.
Kubo. Substitutions taking place.
Tunisia are looking to go forward now. He's going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Japan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Now, this could be a chance.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now, what about a counter-attack? Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Minamino. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Nicely weighted ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that has sent him sprawling. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Oh, he saved it!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Minamino. Oh, good spread. Here's Ito. That's been cut out, well played.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Kubo! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Japan, palpably stronger, better, superior. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Kubo charging forward, the chance! It's a sweeping cross. Oh, it's gone in!
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Brings it to a close. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Japan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Please put your hands together, everyone, and give our boys a round of applause for a job well done.
Japan are here to make their point. There is a job at hand and they must complete it. A draw will do. It is crunch time. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. So the first box is more or less ticked. It is a time to concentrate on what happens next.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
And we're underway. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Goodmanson. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Japan are looking to break at pace.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a corner kick.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Oh, he's trying it! Worth a try. Shame about the outcome.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Delivered low. Goodmanson.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Doan. Showing good feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Decent chance! Goal! Japan! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, what a mistake! Tries to dink it through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
It's hit the crossbar! And for a moment, time stood still. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that's played in low. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Doan. Goes for a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Japan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Now it's Isak. And he plays one through. Jokerej has the space to scheme.
Well played and well cleared.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, looks a smashing ball. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's quick to get rid. Isak played back into the centre. He's in a great position here. He's in plenty of space here. Towering header! Denied by an instinctive save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Aims beyond the defence. Isak. It's just beyond his reach. He's shifted it to the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's played it in low. And he tosses it long. Knocks it into space. Great ball, and he's in. And the shot! And that's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, that's delightful. Space for him to turn and look. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in the second half, Peter, with control already established.
Japan looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
So remember, this could all be decided by the end of the day. Played out towards the right wing. So what can they make of this? Kamada. Crosses it in. Well read. And the danger is averted. Gyökeres. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. Plays it in low. And he's there to belt it away. And he has been fouled there. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's found the way through. Getting up there! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Japan, with this 2-goal lead, they're certainly looking much the more assured side. Not the most accurate pass. Goodmanson. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Doan. Doan. That's been drilled in. That's put paid to the danger. And he's in on goal. And a chance! And it's there! It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say.
The goal scorer for Japan after 61 minutes is number 13, Kamada.
A case now of complete control. Goodmanson. The message is clear, none shall pass. Elects to cross. Oh, good effort! And he's there to get it away. Japan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Substitution.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's worked it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be...
Ito! And that's off target.
Japan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution for Sweden, number 5.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, it's pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Japan perhaps contemplating their next change here. That pass has been well intercepted. Elanga. Elanga. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ito. Kamada. Well read, nice interception. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Isak. Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Shot could be on.
Substitution for Sweden, number 17.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 21, coming on the field, number 25.
It's a sharp
number
pass.
6, substitution in
Elanga.
progress.
Driving through the middle. Shoots! Has fallen kindly here. And a neat finish. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So could they be onto something here? Japan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And he's intervened well there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ito. And it's Minamino. And there's the shot! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Lindelof. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And it's made its way to him. Oh, well played, well played. Ball's gone astray. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Tries to play it through. He's had a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
3 minutes added time.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Elanga stood up well to him there. Duan, upright and purposeful, flings it across.
That's good defensive concentration.
And that will be it. Well, this is the sight of a dream fulfilled. They have made it through the group stage successfully, with the glamour and the glory of the knockout phase to come. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, I would say, Peter, that it's not the ideal way to go through, but I'm sure if you were offered a passage to the knockout stages, you would take that.
Unlucky lads. Let's hope for better luck next time.
Well, all of a sudden we're talking a different language.
Hello,
the language of
and
knockout
welcome to
football.
today's match.
Now that the group stages are over, there is no margin for error. Only one of these teams can prevail here. It is do or die time.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. So this is the final grid. From now on, it is a mad dash to the finish line, Jim.
Well, Peter, I think this is the stage where one's chances can depend on the smallest of margins.
The devil's in the detail, eh?
It is indeed, and I think these two sides will be feeling very good having made it through the group stage, but this will be a huge gauge on just how prepared they really are now.
And that gets things running. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Doan, Mazraoui does well to get it back. And they can counter here. have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Doan. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and a case.
Tries a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that looks a decent ball. El Kanous is wide and looking to get onto this. That's put paid to the danger. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mazraoui. Pass somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Hakimi is onto this. Hakimi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bunu gets it away and claimed it back swiftly. Space for him to turn and look. Defending of the desperate variety. Neither side yet able to find the net. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's tidy. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Aims beyond the defence. And he's in on goal. Oh, and the shot! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first. That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Great chance for a shot! He's got to be quick to recover this, and he's gone backward here. Kamada! Rising over the bar.
Well, the invitation was there, so he was right, in my opinion, to take it on. Alas, it was a technical flaw.
And it's El Kanous. Oh, terrible pass. And he's got the beating of his man. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Ito did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Look at the space here. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now this could be a chance. And he's well positioned here. Chance, surely! There's a goal! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter.
Yeah, he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Well, this could turn out to be quite a game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for the run. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Can he get on the end of this? El Ainawi. Brahim Diaz. Looking to play him in. Diop gets across to intercept that.
Added time.
El Ainawi. So, what can they make of this? Tries to pass it through. And he's quick to get rid. And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break.
And a quick announcement for the benefit of anybody who has found
first half
themselves
thoughts?
a little lost
I
today.
think the manager
Please look at the
should be
screen
pretty
for
happy that
information
his
on
side
how to
managed
find
to
your
come
way
in on
around
level
this stadium.
terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, half-time in the opener. Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so we're off again.
Japan clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Kamada. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Nicely weighted ball. Hakimi. The referee has given a corner. And now they can spring out of defence. This is a promising build-up. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Brahim Diaz. It's a pretty loose chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Hakimi. El Ainawi. Shifted it to the flank. Now it's Al-Kanous. He won't be happy with that one. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And they've got a throw. Japan choosing to make the first change.
Substitution for Japan, number 6. Coming on to replace him is number 23, Ito.
Japan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist. That's just playing it safe and simple.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Driven in. That wasn't the greatest of balls. Deftly away. Can he get it through? Can he latch on to this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Brahim Diaz. There he goes, motoring forward. He's got plenty of space out wide here. The cutback and the finish! Deftly away. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now, can they get him away? Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Number 15, Turan. Number 13, Canada.
Japan
Coming on the
have
field,
now used up
number
all but
7,
one of their
number
substitution
17,
windows.
Minamino. Substitution.
Takes a shot! That's a decent clearance.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And reclaimed it in a trap. He's going for goal! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
Here's the header! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. So not long left in this now. Extra time is imminent, unless something dramatic happens now. And it's Minamino. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Knocks it into space.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's got away. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's there to get it away.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Minamino tries to play it. Is having a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And he's managed to get free. Looking for options for movement. Hakimi plays getting up there! And that is it. That was the last kick of the game. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
No winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next. So our quest to find the winner continues.
Number 2, Ito. Coming on the field.
It's a sharp little ball here.
Mitoma. Number 24.
Looking for the far post. Oh, good line.
Substitutions taking
Couldn't
place.
quite control it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Oh, what has happened here? Now play for a throw. Salah Adi. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, good take in a good area. He's cut it out. Hakimi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bullish header! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Number 24.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Probing pass. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Diop. Spread to the right. He's in plenty of space here. He is through. Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is well cleared. Great vision. And that interception was... And we're halfway through extra time.
Security staff for each block.
Japan
Please
have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So this is it, one goal in it, and we're down to the last 15 minutes. Everyone on their last legs. Can there be one final twist? And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? That has not gone well. And back to the goalkeeper. Ito, that's a shade optimistic. Threads one in. No, that's been intercepted. That's a sharp pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's on it, can he get away? He has found the way through. He's had it taken off him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's gone back to the keeper. Very much into the last knockings. Looking to play him in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Morocco really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front.
And that will be it. Job done, professionally done. All eyes forward now. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think today was all about the result, Peter. You stay in second gear until you really need to step it up. That's the feeling I got here anyway.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
So another step closer to the big business on this ultimate global stage for the game. And with it comes heightened expectations, heightened ambitions and aspirations. This place really is sparkling, the atmosphere as strong as the ultimate prize. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. That was special. Now stand by for this. So with every step comes heightened hope, heightened expectation, Jim.
I have to say, Peter, it would have felt good being out there too. Confidence is something that builds with every little bit of progress you make, and all of a sudden you're on the verge of the quarterfinals. Things can only get harder now.
Well, they're bound to, aren't they?
Fortune favours the brave.
So it's down to business here. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. Nice physical challenge. And here's the chance to counter. Schick couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not.
And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Oh, that's a key interception. Doan. Good running, strong and purposeful. Drills one in. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? That's really well cleared. The Czech Republic have the chance to go the other way. Pinches it off him. Now that's well seen too. Safal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to...
Real chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a good run down the right. And the keeper beats it away. Tries a shot! Now that was very necessary. Threads one in. That is lovely. Plays it in, chance for a shot! That's put paid to the danger. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Doan. Has a look up and delivers. Oh, good climb! Harmlessly behind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Schick. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
And the shot! And it's Kamada. The Czech Republic are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely aimed pass. Steaming on goalwards. Can he finish? Goal! Japan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
33 minutes is number 4, Nakamura.
Japan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Foul. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Kamada making good progress. Good take, and it's goes for a shot! It's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Japan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he's managed to get free. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That has been slung wide. That has been cut short. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now, can they get him away? It's a promising position. That's tidy. Space for him to turn and look. Nicely shaped cross. And it's been hooked away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Doan. That's good play. And a chance! And he's following up. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. And this could be the final action of the first half. That is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
3-0. And that is indeed the final act. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
And a quick
well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Japan, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break.
Welcome the two sides.
The second period is underway. Kamada, Ito.
Japan clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Schick, great vision. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through, plays it across.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
That's really well manoeuvred. And he welcomes it in. He's shifting through the gears here. He's having a shot! It's bounced back off the post. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this? Japan, gloriously greedy. 3 up and looking for more. Nicely shaped ball. Socek. And it's a foul. That's a shade optimistic. And he's quick to get rid. No, again there's no way through. He leaps for it! And he's there to get it away. Strong running down that left flank. He's found a way through. Plenty to aim at. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Deftly away. Drives it in. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Schick.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Doan. Very nicely done. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Substitution for Czech Republic.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Yeah, whether it's knockdowns or headers, you'll know he'll fight for it.
Number 9, substitution in progress.
The Czech Republic are looking to go forward now. So what can they make of this?
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
It's a good foot in there. That's been slipped through. Doan. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He is on the finish! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Substitution for Czech Republic, number 15.
So changes a foot here, and from both sides.
Number 8, Dorita, substitution.
Japan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Japan still have the cards to affect this game. He's in a great position here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Socek. Well, that looks a decent ball, good take. Defending of the desperate variety. Lojek.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. Shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Japan are having a ball here. Sofal chasing after it. Oh, Red, nice interception. Ito is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Can he get it through? Takes a shot! No, it's wide.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Into the last 5 minutes. Tries to pass it through. Toma. Skims one in. That has been knocked clear. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Keeper has taken decisive action. Chance, surely! That is delicious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
For Japan, after 89
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Japan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now it's Dorita.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Doan. Takes a great chance! Cleared without hesitation. Socek. Oh, good-looking ball. He's gone for goal! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. There's a player in need of attention here.
Yeah, and I hope for his sake that it's cramp, meaning it'll be a quicker fix.
Substitution
He's going to
for
continue,
Czech
it seems,
Republic.
albeit a little
Number
gingerly.
17 coming on the field is number 13.
And that will be the final act. Japan are starting to look good, very good. They're certainly looking like a team with confidence, a winning team.
Can
How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Japan really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real confidence-boosting win. Such a huge game being played. There were so many factors that would have got the doubters going, but I guess they'll all go a little quiet now.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
Well, here we are, two teams both willing to do whatever it takes to reach the last four. They're both here on merit, and there's a healthy sense of both expectation and pressure in either camp. How will the players cope with that? We're about to find out. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. That was special. Now stand by for this. Well, both managers at pains to state that their teams aren't quite where they should be just yet. What did you make of that assessment, Jim?
Well, it's just a case of trying to keep their players in check, Peter. At this stage, your focus needs to be on what's in front of you right now, and you can't be thinking too far ahead.
So we're up and running. This then the greatest show on the grandest stage. Rabiot. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Now, what about a counter-attack? So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by...
He's gone for goal! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. That's destined for the flank. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Rabiot. And it's Rabiot. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Doan. And he can clear it away. Well, that looks a decent ball. Gets a good foot in there. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Dembele, first quarter of an hour gone. He's had it nicked away, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's a really well-measured ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Kamada tries to pass it through. That's been slipped. Chance! And the keeper's glad to see the back of that.
Well, he was sure he was going to pull that off.
Elise. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Can he get on the end of this? And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Koundé. Ball's gone out of play. Dembele. Olise. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Doan. Oh, that's nice. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. France have a free kick. Upamecano. And here's Olise. Nice looking ball. And that's an excellent interception. That has been cut short. And here's Mbappe. Well, there's the clearance. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And the ball's gone astray. Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. He's a sharp little ball here. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Chouameni. Nicely spread. It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Chouameni. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Doan. Rabiot. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Oh, that's a key interception. Kamada. And we've reached half-time. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0. I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
Oh, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. The second period is underway. So neither side has yet broken through. Now it's Doan. And that has left him in a heap. Hernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Rabiot. He's got away. Now it's Mbappe. Olise. Olise! And that is quite wonderful. A finish right from the top draw. And there is your opener. He gave it plenty and some. Crashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
France have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Kamada gets a foot in here, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And now they can clear their lines. Shapes to shoot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Little doubt who they'll be aiming at here.
Well, I can imagine it's going to be quite a scramble for the ball, but we know who has the magnet.
He's had a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Koundé. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Olise. Nicely weighted ball. This is Dembele. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Almost an hour gone. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
Kamada. Japan have kept their powder dry on this. Chance! Good stop. Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he can clear it away. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Saliba. Chouameni. Knocks it into... Tries a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11.
So we have movement on both benches.
Le numéro 24. Attention, changement.
Hernandez. Tries to play it through. No, that's been intercepted. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Hernandez. Doué receives it in a wide position. And that's gone loose. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. It's a promising position. Now the delivery. And he's there to get it away. So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Looking to play a chance, surely! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Japan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Mignon clears. And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Japan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Cherki. That's really well manoeuvred. Barcola. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
France can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
That's an imaginative pass. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Upamecano. Here's Chouameni.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps
2
additionnel.
minutes to be added on. France clearly now in lead preservation mode.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's picked his way through. It's travelling a long way. And that's it. Japan can only look back with regret now as to what might have been. So confident, so hopeful of their place in the last four, but the bubble has burst. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got the better of the players, and they never really got going. I know it can happen to even the best of us, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this was a painful watch, very painful.
Chers spectateurs, permettez-moi de vous signaler que des informations sur le trafic viennent de s'afficher sur l'écran géant.